Howdy folks, Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. We're going to talk a lot about gaming today. I'm going to talk about E3 stuff. I'm going to talk about, I saw the Warcraft movie, and I'm going to give you my review on that, and maybe some other things. But to start off with, I'm going to address a couple of issues that are kind of the elephant in the room type of a deal. So, without further ado, let's go. Okay, so this is a gaming channel, and we're going to talk about gaming. But we had a terrible terrorist attack that it took place a few days ago, and we lost 49 people. And I am not in any way, shape, or form going to make this political. All I'm going to say on the matter, because I do not know any of the background of any of the people, any of the victims, or anything like that. So all I can offer is to say that I hope I live long enough to live in a world where we can talk about these types of things in the past tense. I hope I live long enough to where we somehow, some way, you know, in the next 40 years or so, I hope to be around that long, that we somehow solve the problem. And we can talk about those things as history. Now, we also lost a fellow YouTuber and a gamer. Her name was Christina Grimmie. And some of you may or may not know this. The day before the terrorist attack at the nightclub in Orlando, Christina was killed at a concert venue while signing autographs. Christina Grimmie was a singer, and she started on YouTube when she was 15 years old. And she did what the rest of us did. She one day hooked up a camera and just, the difference is she had talent. And she got behind the camera, in front of the camera, and did her thing. And she quickly amassed 2 million subscribers on YouTube. She was also a hardcore gamer. As you saw there in that picture, she always had gaming posters behind her. I'll get to that in a second. So then, you know, she got noticed, and she ended up being a contestant on The Voice. She ended up, I forget what season it was, but she finished third at one particular season. Extremely talented young lady. She was a very positive young lady. She did a lot for charity. She was highly connected with the American Humane Society, you know, because she loved animals. So she did charity work for them. So, yeah, the day before, I think it was Friday night, she was signing autographs after her concert in Orlando. This was actually also in Orlando, the same place, same city that the other terrorist attack happened. And they don't know, they still don't have a motive. Some guy came up, she was signing autographs, and he shot her dead. Her brother, who was her best friend in the world, he helped her with her career. They did everything good. They gamed together. Here's a picture to show you. They had one player and two player matching tattoos on their arms. Like I said, she was a hardcore gamer. And her brother tackles the guy after he shoots her. And they say, you know, they're crediting him with saving a bunch of lives, because the guy was armed with a couple of handguns, and he probably would have shot other people. He ended up, so he gets tackled by the brother, and the guy turns the gun on himself and kills himself. So they have no motive to this point. They don't know why. They don't know if he's a crazed fan. They don't know if he was a stalker. They don't know, you know. So, so I am dedicating this particular episode on my channel to Christina Grimmie, because she was one of us. She was a YouTuber, she was a gamer, and she will be sorely missed. And it was another tragedy. So now I'm going to move on to the gaming stuff. let's start off with the Warcraft movie. I enjoyed the Warcraft movie a lot. I went in with expectations of it being a fun popcorn movie, and that's exactly what it was. I am a Warcraft fan. I've been playing on and off. I've been playing World of Warcraft on and off for probably 10 years. I have all of the expansion, all the collector's editions back, like, right there somewhere on one of the show, right there, on one, right there. I have all the collector's editions. So that did influence me, of course, because I got a lot of the references. Maybe somebody that didn't know anything about Warcraft, would get like, and here's some spoilers, so if you didn't see it or whatever, you can turn it off now or whatever. I cracked up when the scene where the mage sheeps that guy, that one guard. That cracked me. I don't know why. I didn't see it coming, and I should have seen it coming, but I didn't, and it cracked me up for some reason. Because I think that's always cracked me up in the game, when somebody gets sheeped, at an opportune moment. So anyway, those little moments and stuff I really enjoyed. Overall, I thought it was a good story. The characters were interesting. Some, we knew from the games. Some I'm sure everybody knew. People that have read all the books and everything probably knew all the characters. I didn't know all of them because I don't know all the lore. But I enjoyed it immensely. My wife, who knows absolutely nothing about Warcraft, zero, she enjoyed it. And I expected her to hate it. And she came out of it, and I expected her to say that it was terrible and she couldn't understand it. She said she followed the story. It was good. She enjoyed the characters. So there you go. There's somebody who had no connection to the game whatsoever, had known nothing, and she enjoyed it. So there's my review on that. So let's talk about E3 a little bit. I've watched some of the E3 conferences, where they talk about what, I watched Bethesda. I watched some of EA. I didn't watch Sony. And I'm gonna watch Ubisoft, but so far what I've seen, the Bethesda conference, I was really particularly interested in because I'm a huge Fallout fan. I love Skyrim, so I wanted to see if they were going to announce Elder Scrolls 6. They did not, but they did later. They did confirm that it is being worked on, but they said it is a very long ways away. So that tells us that they probably just didn't have anything to tell us. So it is coming, but who knows when. So that was confirmed after their press conference. So they announced that there's 3 more DLC things coming for Fallout 4. As soon as next week, there's going to be one dropping, and then there's 2 more. One of which is Nuka World, which is going to be an amusement park within the Wasteland. So that's going to be interesting to see what that's going to be all about. They announced, they talked about subscriber numbers for Elder Scrolls Online. They said they have 7 million players for Elder Scrolls Online, which I think took a lot of people by surprise. That's a lot of players. 7 million. That's I don't know what World of Warcraft's at right now, but it can't be too far behind, because I know Warcraft lost a lot of subscribers. So if that number is accurate, that's a hell of a number. And I have been thinking about giving it another shot. I was in the closed beta for it. I got an invite from them direct. I was contacted directly by their marketing people and said, do you want to, for whatever reason, they had found some of my videos, and they said, yeah, we'd like you to try it out. And so I tried it, and I did not give it a good review. There were things about it, there were things I liked, but there was a lot of things I didn't like. So they have added things since that time, so I probably owe it to them to go back in and try it again. So I'm probably going to do that. And of course I'll do some videos and either do some in-game or just talk to you guys about it, or both. I don't know. So they talked about that. They showed some Doom stuff, that They're talking about the first expansion. It sounds like the first expansion is going to only be multiplayer, like additional maps and things like that. And there's like an additional single-player element to it. So I was kind of disappointed by that because I haven't played it yet. Been waiting for the price to drop. I got to pick it up, try it. They did not announce a new Wolfenstein game. However, at the very beginning, and I'll put a picture here, a screenshot. You see there that they talk. There's another Wolfenstein title there listed at that boot up screen. That's kind of a teaser, I think. So we can only hope, because I loved Wolfenstein: The New Order. I loved that, and I did a review. It's on my channel here. So I was, I was kind of upset that they didn't talk about Elder Scrolls 6, but I understand that that's an arduous undertaking. And I was kind of happy that they added some more stuff for Fallout 4, and I'm intrigued by the idea of going back into Elder Scrolls Online and seeing if they've changed the things. If I go back in Bethesda and ZeniMax and I still can't explore underwater, I'm logging right back out. Okay? Because every other, MMO, even old MMOs, you were always able to explore underwater. It's immersion breaking if you cannot. So I'll try it again, and we'll find out. Unless somebody here tells me in the comments below, and you say, oh, don't bother because you can't. Well, then I won't bother. So, because if I go into a game like that, I want to be immersed. And if I am in the water and I decide there's a shipwreck and I want to try and get down to it to see if there's treasure down or something, and I can't even get underwater, well, it doesn't have the mechanic to even do it. Especially when in Skyrim you could. So the mechanic exists. So, but anyway, I'm getting off topic there. So I'm excited about a few of those things. Mass Effect Andromeda. I never played any of the Mass Effect games, and I know some of you are going to go, "Holy shit! How in the hell did you not try any of the Mass Effect games?" I just was always playing other things and never got around to it. So maybe I should get off my ass and at least start off with the first one and see where it takes me. I may get engrossed and get consumed and have to finish all first 3 before the next one comes. I don't know, but maybe I need to do that. So anyway, that is what is going on with me from the E3 and Warcraft movie aspect. Yeah, that's it. So, be good to everybody out there, to each other, I should say. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.